Alrighty, folks. This is the short video to show you how to set up Zoom and record your presentation. So if you go to your CSUMB dashboard, the same place that you find iLearn and Mail, you'll find this link, zoom.us. If you click that, it should give you the opportunity to sign in. It'll give you different pieces of information. And actually, the really convenient thing about this is that you can use Zoom to do an interview for a job. You can use Zoom to record a meeting, say, for example, if you are one of the clubs on campus. There's lots of ways in which you can use this. One of the most important things that you're going to want to do is to host a meeting. And so in this case, because I'm already hosting a meeting, I'm not going to click this, but you would click with the video off if you don't want them to see your face. You'd click it with the video on if you do want them to see your face. And some of that depends upon the context that you're doing. So for the purposes of our presentation, you have the freedom to leave the video off if you just want to do voiceover. But the other thing that is really important is you might want to be able to share your screen. So if you go to New Share, it'll give you some choices. So for example, I've got a Microsoft Excel sheet up right now. So if I wanted to be able to share data, I would be able to do that. But you can also share your desktop. There are several choices that you have. But the other piece that's really important here is you want to click this More section, because that's what's going to allow you to record. So notice I'm already recording for the purposes of being able to share this with you. So in this case, I would have to hit pause recording or stop recording, but there's a button that you can hit here that would allow you to start recording. And that's what's going to allow you to create a presentation. So there are a couple of guidelines that I think would be super helpful for you as you're thinking about this. The first is if you are considering what you're going to present, and you're using Google Slides, for example, you can actually have your Google Slides in the present view, and that will take up your whole screen. You can see our cat here. She loves our laundry basket, particularly warm towels. It's like her favorite place to hide out. Notice you can click through a presentation just the same way that you normally would, but this would allow you to talk over and record your thoughts. So I'm going to say a little bit about the Nearly Carbon Neutral Conference that you are going to be participating in as part of your Genius Hour project. So your goal here is to create a presentation using PowerPoint or Google Slides or Prezi, any of essentially the presentation software tools that are available to you, whatever is easiest. You're going to then zoom that, share your screen, and you're going to want to record. That's going to create a movie clip. And then that movie clip is what we're going to upload to YouTube. And then you're going to send me the YouTube URL link. And so I'll show you how to do that as well. And my goal is that I'm going to post all of these links by Friday, November 22nd. And if you recall, we talked about how you'll be able to do that class as a virtual class and look at the videos on your own time. That way you have a little bit more flexibility when it comes to traveling for fall break. So what's going to be in this presentation? Here's a brief outline of what that's going to look like. You have your topic. Be great for you to tell us why you chose that topic, why it matters to you personally. Then you're going to include information from your précis. You've got choices here. You don't have to just use that text. You can bullet point parts of that text, or you can use images if those are more compelling. Or you can talk through some of the pieces of the text and summarize others. It's up to you. Then you're going to include the data from your information graphic, those 4 visuals that you created. And then you're going to talk about your research question. And it's really important here that you think about this topic both in terms of its intellectual merit as well as its broader impacts. And if you're not sure about what those two really mean, you can actually look up the National Science Foundation criteria for intellectual merit and broader impacts. And then the last thing is your presentation needs to specifically connect to biochemistry and what we've learned so far, or what you anticipate we might learn in the future. And last but not least, no presentation, particularly a scientific one, is complete without references and citations. So let's talk about your grade for this presentation. 50% of your grade is the actual presentation itself in a video. The other 50% of your grade are the responses and feedback that you're going to generate to your peers. So sometime between Friday, November 22nd and Friday, November 29th, the goal is to watch your colleagues' videos and provide at least one comment or question per video. So there are some ways that you can frame that. I notice, I wonder, have you considered? What about? And then if you're wondering about how I'm going to score those presentations, this is the rubric that I'm going to use. This is a pretty decent guideline in terms of how to reflect on and think about the information that you're providing. So I want to go back for a moment to YouTube and show you how you're going to upload that video. So you're going to notice in YouTube, and you can get there actually from your email. Once you get to YouTube, you're going to go to Home, and then you're going to upload a video. And you can then select from your desktop a file to upload. And ideally, you want the Zoom file. You're going to upload that file. And then the really great thing about this is that YouTube will process this, create the closed captioning, and a link that you can then share and email with me. If you're not sure about any of these steps, please don't hesitate to let me know. I'd be happy to help you. Happy to walk you through the process. I'm even happy to have you do it on one of the computers in my office or my laptop if that would make it easier for you. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. If you're done recording, you're going to hit stop share. You're going to